What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are at another new gym. Not so new for me because this is actually my main local home gym that I train at, which is Future Fitness in Coventry. So you guys will see where I normally train. I have a lot of training clips on my Instagram of here, so some of you may have already seen it anyway. But yeah, we are here for a spicy little back session. Now, I go on holiday pretty much first thing in the morning, and I have no idea where I'm going to be at with training. So I did train push 2 days ago and back about 4 or 5 days ago. So I might well just combine the two and do an all-rounder upper, just in case, you know, I don't get to train as much as I would have liked to whilst I'm away, because I'm away for 5 days. So we're just going to kind of wing it, but I'll stick to my main movements as such for today's session. Hopefully it'll be a good one because I've got some good pieces of kit here that I like, especially for back. So other than that, let's get into it. Turn up. So I always like to start off with a pull down variation. So using the ropes on a cable is lovely for me, and I connect really, really well, especially to warm up. For me, my sets is usually, it's planned as such, it's meant to be a cluster set, one cluster set. And I've spoken about it before, 5 reps, rest, 5 reps, and do that 5 times around. And that is my first exercise. Sometimes I might do 2 clusters. Sometimes I might turn it into an actual like top set back off, just varies. But my go-to in terms of starting my back session, just because it connects really, really well. The other thing as well with certain cables, like here, I'm on 40 kilo. This is why I don't logbook, 40 kilo. I'll go on another cable, even just here, and literally the weight just feels really different, probably because of the way that the cable is designed and where you're pulling from, and I don't know the science behind it, but a lot of the time cables do feel different. So just information for you. If you are like me and you're a little slut for a good fit on a back day, check the no nip slip. My ride or die on a back day. You ready? You ready? You see. It's got like crosses as well, like extra, like, I don't even know, bits of material like to hook in. I took them out because, you know, if you're training back, you want to show it off. People do not tell you when you are going for the big legs, skinny waist vibe. It's not a vibe. OCD. Anybody, I mean anyone that does odd plates, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, please, what is wrong with you? I can't do it. But anyway, next up, we've got single arm pull down, Nautilus. I love it. I used to really struggle training back and connecting well with it, and it is taking a long time. I've still got a lot of improvements to make. I will be doing a session with my coach at some point just to run through and make sure that I'm actually connecting as well as possible and getting the most out of my back sessions, because I do need to bring up my lats. Like, I do need more width, and obviously from my last check-in, which you may or may not have seen, it was a case of, she told me that I've got really high incisions for my lats, so they just sit quite high up, which just makes everything look a little bit smaller. So the aim is to obviously build more density, more size, and bring it up quite a bit. But yeah, for me personally, single arm on the Nautilus hits so good, and I can connect really well with it. It's probably one of my favorite brands of pull down machines to use. So this is why I like training back here, just because I know that it feels good, connects well, and it's good movement. I like it. I found it really hard to progress on this. Now, if you know me and you've seen my what's the word, videos, I gym hop. I do. I go to lots of different gyms purely because I like it, but it means that I can't stick on one machine and progress. So I think 50 is actually like my max that I've had recently. So we'll see how it goes today. Might try and up it. We'll see what happens. I did give myself a little bit of a spot there at the end. It's one of those things, like, if you can assist yourself and it means that you get that rep and you've still got tension on the muscle, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's the same as if you had another person there training with you and spotting you. They're going to give you some sort of assistance in helping you get that last rep or last few reps. So it's not that big of a deal if you need to assist yourself, but just make sure you're not then taking over on whatever you're doing to assist, i.e. if I'm pulling with my right arm and I'm assisting with my left, there's no point, I mean I can't anyway with the weight, but there's no point in me literally putting all the load through pushing my arm down, because what the fuck's the point, you know? It's feeling good. I'm not even going to try and up the weight, it's pointless, because I think I got 6 on my own plus 1. So also understanding when you can up the weight is a big thing as well. Don't just kind of up it because you're like, well, it moved, so I might as well up it. There's a time and a place. So the fact that I'm literally just hitting my rep range where I want to, i.e. 6 to 8, 6 being the absolute minimum, then obviously if I'm only just getting 6, 7 with a slight spot on myself, like, I'm not going to bother upping the weight. But it's feeling good. I'm quite pleased with the connection from today. 2 exercises in, I know, but still. tip, any lat bias movement, focus on driving your elbow into your hip area. You are going to use, to an extent, a set amount of load through your bicep, but it's not a bicep movement. You're not pulling through your grip and your bicep. Hence why I use straps, because I want to take as much load off as possible with my grip. My grip strength is shocking. It's so bad because I am so accustomed to using straps, which isn't a bad thing because it means that I can purely focus on the load going through the targeted muscle, i.e. my lat. So focus on driving your elbow into your hip. Don't it's really hard to explain. You don't want to literally just yank the weight. Pull with your lat. Imagine to connect with your lat, imagine squeezing an orange between the inside of your tricep, at the back and into your back. That there, you'll get part of your lat engaged. So when you notice what your lat is and how you can feel it, focus on then squeezing through your lat, and it kind of takes a lot of load out of your bicep and any other muscles going through your arm. I find it anyway. It has taken me, as I say, a long time to train correctly when it comes to back, hence why I'm still kind of small, because I feel like I wasted a year of training back when it just did fuck all. So yeah, learn to train properly, connect properly, and then you will start noticing changes and benefits and growth. Exercise numero tres. Had to think then. Not like Kyle just gave me a little hinter. But hey, number 3 is rear delts. So I hate with a passion. I feel like normally I used to say oh, there's nothing that I really hate, and then recently there's been a lot of times that I've nah, I don't like this exercise. Yeah, a lot of buys, tries, not so much anymore. I like a little tricep burn. It feels good, but it's kind of in the realms of calves where you can feel it, but it's painful, hurts, a nasty pain. Whereas training quads and you get the buildup of lactic acid, it hurts, but I enjoy that pain. So it's very strange. But anyway, rear delts. I will tend to do it on the rear delt pec fly machine just because it's easier. The other alternative that I have done is on cables, where I'll literally just get the 2 cables, set them up at the necessary height for me, and literally just pull it downwards. The lighter the better, really. I can go heavier on this just because it's more stable, and I can adjust my hand slightly. I haven't got any load going through the grip of my hand. I'm not going to give any tips on this because, to be honest, I'm still learning myself, being real. So there's no point in me giving any sort of pointers as to what's best to do, because I have tried many variations, i.e. I will literally sit straight up against the pad and be very strict with it and literally keep it here. I will go between having my hand literally parallel to the bar. I'll switch it so I'm almost pushing against my palm. I've done it where I've almost leant in, and I'll do it angled. It just depends what feels best on the day. I will switch up certain positions that I put myself in on any training day to benefit myself. So if that means leaning in or being strict, depending on what feels better, then I'm going to do that. I don't often stick to just one way. So it's whatever feels best for you. Me, the reason why I don't like it is because a lot of the time I used to engage my traps too much, and it would just frustrate me. If I'm not feeling the muscle that I'm actively trying to work on, I get a bit wound up. Yeah, a little paddy, should we say. But hey ho, learning to just suck it up. I literally do it once a week, so I still need to build my upper back, as I've said many times. So we got to do the do. You got to do the shit that you don't like sometimes. Not everything is a walk in the park, and that's kind of like life. Just do the shit that you don't want to do. If you got a goal, you got to do it. As my nan would say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. You know what? That motto has worked so well in so many aspects of life. Like, I live by it. Normally, that and fuck it. They're like my go-to. Fuck it. Top tip from myself. I will always warm up on every single exercise I do. It will vary as to what weight I start off on to where I work up to, and like where I start basically. For example, with single arm row, I think my max that I tend to work up to is about 3 plates. Now the difference between 3 plates and 1 plate is quite significant for me personally anyway, but I like to slowly build myself up to make sure that I am hitting the right muscle, controlling it properly, focusing on the movement before I even look to add any load. It just benefits me more rather than just going straight in, because the further into your session you get, the more fatigued that muscle's gonna be. Like my lats now, okay, I've done 2 lat focus movements plus a rear delt, like they are getting a little bit more fatigued. Like they're not burnt out yet, but it gets more fatigued. So rather than just go straight into my top set, I still like to warm up. Sometimes it just means doing like 2 to 3 reps on each weight and going up that way. Sometimes I'll do like an actual set on a lighter weight. It just depends how I feel. It depends how the prior bit of my session has been going. It's very take it how it goes on the day with me. Like I like to see how it feels. So it can vary session on session. But yeah, make sure you are warming up adequately prior to sessions and also throughout the duration. So you're warming up on each exercise, is my personal opinion. I've mentioned it before, when it comes to this machine for me, yes, there's a seat, I don't sit on it because it benefits me more to stand, and I feel like I get better connection and more of a range of motion, and I feel like it's a little bit more comfortable. It doesn't feel as restrictive, and to brace against my arm over my chest as well is a lot more comfortable. So if you're wondering why I'm not sitting on the seat, that's why. Community that I like, just chill. People are there just to support each other, chat a bit of shit, have fun, not take things too seriously. Like, that is my vibe. Like, if you're chill like that, we can be friends. None of this drama bollocks. We were just having this conversation and I actually watched a video. I've seen many videos on it, and it's the what are you in the gym during your rests, like your rest periods. And you've got like the normal people that go on their phone, your typical hands on hips, random 360, and I pretty much do all of them. Or like I'll just talk to myself, or I'll have a little bop. That's apparently my go-to, especially when I'm on camera. Why? I don't know. I feel like it's just second nature. It's just one of those things that you just do without, it's like impulse. I just don't know what to do with myself, so I like to keep it moving. Ah, spicy. A lot of the time with back offs, majority of the time, I'm really trying, more so recently, to focus on not using momentum. Keep it as strict as possible, because the more momentum you use, you're just bypassing not actually connecting with your muscle that you are training. So if I'm literally using momentum to just pull, there's no tension whatsoever. It's pointless. And you can do that on any movement. You can overthrow momentum on anything. A lot of the time you'll see it on lateral raises as well. So I don't actually go above like 5 kilo dumbbell lateral raises, because otherwise, between keeping it strict and actually doing it as you should, as opposed to, you'll see people, the heavier they go, not to like single anyone out, predominantly it's like bigger lads, and you'll see they'll get some heavy ass dumbbells and they'll swing it like that, and it's just using pure momentum. And it's just, there's a time and a place. Maybe towards the end of your set, if it's a heavy set, cool, yeah, just use a little bit more momentum just to get more reps, because you're still going to be under tension. But for me, with my back offs, the stricter I am, the better it feels. And especially because it's a lighter weight than what I am using in my top set, it just makes sense to not purely use momentum and fuck around with the set, basically. So that's what I like to do. You know what I like about this as well, like, because I have like eyesight of me in the mirror, I can see who's staring. Thankfully there's no one around at the moment, but do I look at who's staring? Yes. Because I don't like anyone that stares. I mean, it's a free world, do what you want, but there's a difference between like glancing and like outright balls deep staring. Like, don't look into my soul, like you're not welcome. Just have a little and be done. Not, it's quite off-putting. Do you like it? Fucking hell, what? See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like, why is it feeling like fine? I'll go up like 2.5 kilo and be like, ugh. We'll try it. Only one way to see, but there is. Eat your own words, H. Eat your own words. Nah. Fine. That's what I mean though. I feel as well, like for girls, I've had it many, many times where it's all well and good implementing small weight increases. Don't be afraid to just add on like a 1.25 kilo, because on certain movements and certain muscle groups, that 1.25 kg feels a lot. Like the jump from 10 to 12.5, 2.5, it's not a lot. Like not a lot at all on its own. The 2.5 is not a lot, but the difference, you can feel it. And I feel like especially in females, the increments like are hard, really really hard, especially on the likes of biceps, delts, triceps, your smaller muscles. And I'm quite small still, so it's a bit of a jump, but you live and you learn. I gave it a go, and now we swiftly drop back down again. I normally do biceps on cable, and I'll vary it between using a rope, standing facing into the cable, and literally just bicep curl, like a hammer curl. Or I will face outwards and use a D handle, do it single arm, and curl it that way. If I'm doing dumbbells, just because the cable's busy at the moment, if I'm doing dumbbells, I will do it as a hammer curl. Backstory, I tried to move peers once, don't even ask why, like I was just fucking around, and I kid you not, my wrist popped, and it's never really been the same since. So with certain movements, if I'm gonna curl like this, it does not feel right in my wrist, so I just avoid it completely. I haven't tried it in ages, it might well be fine, but I don't like it. Plus, as I always say, I connect better doing it the way that I do, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, that's like my my go-tos with biceps. I train them once a week, hence why they're so small. My problem is I complain and I don't do anything about it, and I really need to snap out of that. I'm like, oh, I want big biceps. Do you train them? No. There's your answer. I'd like to take a moment to retract my earlier statement about looking or feeling as though I'm unapproachable in the gym, because the sweetest girl just came up to me to compliment me. Honestly, the most lovely thing. And like, I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but like having a compliment from another female, like a like-minded female into fitness, any sort of sport, who trains or goes to the gym, to me actually means so much. I'm not saying that males can't appreciate a female physique, but a lot of the time, and I know it's probably just like, what's the word? When you just presume, I'm trying to think of the word, I can't think of the word, but a lot of the time men will just, it will be out of a place of like checking someone out, and it's not really like admiring their physique. It's like, yeah, she looks good, but like from a girl, it's like, girl, like I can tell you're working hard and you look good and your body and your physique looks good. And honestly, it literally has made my day. So for anybody out there watching, if you want to compliment someone but you feel a little bit too awkward and you don't want to go up and you're feeling intimidated in the gym, do it. Because honestly, take it from me, like that shit feels nice. Like to have someone actively come out of their way and like also feel uncomfortable to approach you and say and compliment you on your physique when you're trying really, really hard to like work on it, it means a lot. So yeah, that's actually really made my day, really sweet. And I've made a new friend. So yeah, apparently I'm clearly not that unapproachable in the gym, clearly. But yeah, made my day.
This is the best of me. I just want you on my breath in the morning. I just want you on my breath in the morning. I just want you on my breath in the morning. But I want you on my breath in the morning. Won't you lay your love on me? 'Cause I've been waiting all night.
there we have it. It is back day complete. Well, back day with a sprinkle of delts, which is pretty much what I usually do. I didn't add in that much push focused movements. And obviously my current physique update as of this morning, so the 12th of June, I am sitting at 177.8 pounds. Start weight was 194.2 or 4. So weight this week, given that I've added in more assistance, literally up and down, like there is no linear progression for it to trend downwards. It's pretty much just been like doing its own thing, which I'm not too fussed about because visually I'm happy with how things are looking. I'm feeling all right, food focus, hunger, everything is in a good spot. Cardio is being managed well, despite it having been upped again, which is fine. But yeah, that is pretty much everything with how I'm looking, what training is like. As always, I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, smash a good thumbs up. Make sure to drop in the comments if there's anything else that you want to see, anything in particular, and I will make sure to film whatever you want to see. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's get the channel growing because it is doing very, very good. And I hope you enjoyed. And as always, stay tuned for the next one.
My breath in the morning. I just want you on my breath in the morning.